Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. Presidency. Kingsley Moghalu clash over Buhari's non-invitation to G7 meeting. The presidency, late Thursday, August 29th, clashed with the presidential candidate of the Young Progressive Party (YPP), Kingsley Moghalu, over the latter's commenting on Muhammadu Buhari. Moghalu had lamented that President Buhari was not invited to the G7 summit, whereas smaller African economies like Rwanda was honored with invitation. He said it is sad that President Muhammadu Buhari of Africa's supposedly largest economic wasn't invited to the G7 summit in France, but Paul Kagame of Rwanda and Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa were. Our country should be at the table, not on the menu. Obasanjo, like him or not, was at the table. South is a member of the G20 world economies. Nigeria is not. Why? That's Nigeria's standing in the world has declined over the past decade in inconstable, with practical implications for us here at home, and is also a reflection of our domestic weakness, Moghalu said in a series of tweets. He added that Ghana was currently eating a cake in West Africa as it is getting more foreign investment than Nigeria. He recalled that former US President Barack Obama visited Ghana and refused to reach Nigeria, while asking Nigeria to face the fact of its decline instead of picking puerile arguments. He further said he did not believe the reliance of foreign aid for a country as potentially wealthy as Nigeria is an achievement. Few countries, if any, were fundamentally developed by foreign aid. Development is an internal process in every society. Temporary support in humanitarian disaster. Okay, but Nigeria shouldn't be relying heavily on aid for our problems in the north east, he said. In reaction, however, the presidency, through Garba Shehu, his spokesperson, called Moghalu either ignorant or playing petty politics. The statement said the non-invitation of President Buhari to witness the G7 meeting in 2019 neither meant Nigeria was snubbed or diminished in its status as the biggest economy in Africa. It seems no one clarified to the one-time presidential candidate how the G7 secretariat works. If they invite a country with an economy the size of Niger State, not Kano's, not even Lagos, does it call for Dr. Moghalu's lamentation? He queried. While quoting that the G7 determines which country to invite each time, he added, but Buhari didn't go to Europe. Europe came to him in Japan, where the EU had him sign an MOU for 50 million euro in support to countries devastated northeast. Wow. Of course, it's not a new thing. You know, can you imagine Garba Shehu saying, he said one time presidential candidates, you know, these people, in fact, they really get bad marks where one time presidential candidates. Of course, they are going to come back for him. Garba Shehu is somebody who, he has to do his job. That is what he's being paid to do. Even when some things are not even making sense, they will still come out and defend. You can imagine one of the AD to the president just had one information that some people were being kidnapped, and at the end of the day, they were released. The next thing, he just came on board and started saying, oh, the police had done this, the police had released. Even though that somebody counted him, he would have just, people would have just, gone with that mindset. At the end of the day, somebody just told him that you are lying, nothing or such, that we were able to negotiate with this so-called men, these gunmen, and at the end of the day, we paid ransom for our people to be released. So why are you telling us it was a police? The police were never involved in the release of the victims. So because the whole thing was just too shameful, he had no choice than to come and apologize, because everybody, thank God for social medias these days. Before you know it, everybody will just start, talking about it. So out of that shame, he had to come out and apologize. So the question people were like asking, that if really the relative of those victims didn't come out to counter the AD, that's just what they will be saying. Oh, now can you see wailing wailers? Can you see people that are trying to dent the image of this country? The police, they've done well, they've done this, they've done that. That is just what they will be saying. So it is not a new thing for Garba Shehu and Femi Adesina to come and be defending what is not. At least to my own understanding, Kingsley Moghalu is not just as far as economy is concerned, as far as all of those things, are concerned. Because even when he was doing his manifesto, he was moving from places to places, explaining what and what it's going to do, for Nigeria. And he was one of the people that, ordinarily in a saner community, in a saner country, Kingsley Moghalu was one of the people that, at least one of the first three people that people like, okay, if this kind of people enter our, should mount the leadership position in Nigeria, that we are going to do better, because they know what they are talking about. They are exposed, those one of those people then contesting. But at the end of the day, because of Nigeria factors, a lot of people who really go to the poll to vote, they don't even understand all of these things. All they understand is who can give them 2,000 naira, who can give them one bag of maybe 2 cups of rice, groundnut oil, one bottle of groundnut oil, who can give them 2,000 naira, who can give them 5,000 naira, who can give them wrappers to 5 years of wrapper, or 2 years of wrapper to give to them, to vote. Those are the people, those are the majority of people that vote, they are in that category. So they don't even understand. When you talk about economy, they will talk about this thing. They don't understand it. People that can get a trader money, give them 10,000 naira, as a loan. Those are the large numbers of the people that go to the poll to go and vote, and they don't even understand how everything works. They just believe, oh, just say baba, oh, this article, oh, this and that. Those are the people that really go to the poll to vote. The ones that really understand all of these things, as far as the economy is concerned, as far as somebody who can really represent us, who can really, make us proud, the ones that really understand this Moghalu set of people, they will not even go out to go and vote. You are listening to me. Did you vote? Are you sure you voted? And who did you vote for? Please put your comments in the comment section. Put your answer in the comment section. Let us know who you voted for, because I know you are listening to me. I know all of you. You are learned. You are all learned. You are, you guys are gurus. So tell me who you voted for. That aside. So when Kingsley Moghalu was going from, one TV house, when people were calling him, come and tell us what you have for Nigeria. From the way he was speaking, you could know that this guy knows what he's talking about. Not some people that, when they could not even understand what livestock is all about. Even the questions, they were even turning it upside down. Everybody saw this whole thing, yet they still voted them. And now we are having crisis. Now they are running up and down. They are still complaining, oh, the thing is, oh, this and that. Oh, where we were before, it was okay. Now where we are now is something, it's not something to write home about. So at the end of the day, from there, Kingsley was able to tell us, was able to tell us what he can really do. Of course, we know that it goes more than that. It's not just to come and read rhetoric or just to read manifesto. It goes beyond that. But at least it is still part of it. When somebody's composure, somebody, articulation and presentation, you know that, oh, when this one goes outside, he will know what and what to negotiate for. Most of the time they travel. The ones that we have now, they go outside the country. They will tell you they will go for a foreign thing. They will come back, nothing. Nothing. We are not even getting anything. We don't even understand. It's just like trying to fulfill all righteousness. Oh, they are going for foreign trips. What have they gone to do for where? We don't even understand whether the MOU they sign is for them, because at the end of the day, it's not reflecting in our lives as a people. Kingsley was a deputy governor of CBN. Of course, even from when he was talking, he was saying that they were even going outside the country, to coordinate countries' affairs as far as economy is concerned. So when you talk about economy and when you talk about all of these things, he knows what he's talking about. I think I should be able to believe him more than what the presidency is saying. So just like I said, Shehu Gabriel Shehu is coming to defend his pocket and he's coming to defend his boss. So definitely they are going to call back for him. Thank God that he's trying to use his words, and but he made his he made his opinion, and he made his stand and take you know more objective and very clean and clear. If not, they would have looked for something to put on him, and they will say, oh, because he contested for election he didn't win. That is when they will now be talking about the score he got during election time. That was why that is the reason why he's just trying to dent the image of the government. Like now that he said that he's just being petty, he's playing petty politics, or he's ignorant. How can you say that one is ignorant? That he's talking at that level. He's not talking medical, he's not talking engineering. Of course, when you call him, he will even be able to have a fair knowledge of all of those things we are talking about. He might not even be a professional as far as engineering or medical, whatever is concerned, but at least he will be able to tell us and be able to dwell on them a bit. Not to talk of an economist, somebody who knows the economy. You are saying he said that he's ignorant, or is just playing petty politics. And also, you guys that have been there for donkey years, what are we experiencing? What are we experiencing as a people? Even with you being there, majority of these people, they have been there over how many years? Over right from time immemorial. They've been there. And what are we having? They will tell you, oh, they have experience. They have experience. And what are we saying? Nothing. They are not just bringing anything to the table. That is just my own opinion. I know they are going to come back for him, and that's why they're saying it's either it's so petty, it's playing petty politics and or ignorance of the way governance work. You that understand how governance work, what are we getting? What are we achieving? What are we benefiting? Everything is just upside down. So guys, like I said, that's just my own opinion concerning the response of the presidency to Kingsley Moghalu. I would like to hear from you what you think and what your take is. Please put down your comments in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.